we can. Okay, number 7. Number 7. Okay, side by side, what do we do with the exponents? And we add, right? Okay, so this is actually saying x 1/2 plus 2/3. Do not yell 3/5 at me right now. Okay? Remember, you have a calculator, you have to have a common denominator before you can add by hand. Okay, so what would your common denominator here be?
6.
Good. So you'll multiply this side by 3 and this side by 2, right? Okay, so you would have 3/6 plus 4/6. Well, what is 3/6 plus 4/6?
7/6.
So x to the 7/6 will be your answer. Okay? Now, we're not worrying about how many parts and all that because we have x's, we have variables, so we're not doing what we just did on 1 to 6 because those had numbers. Okay? All right, does anybody have a question on that? Okay, so now let's slide over here, number 8. Okay, we multiply the what? 3 times 12, oh sorry, 3 times 4, right? Okay, remember the same rules apply, so you get 12x. All right, and now you've got to add 1/2 plus 1/4. Okay, I heard multiply by 2, right? So 2/4 plus 1/4, and I already heard someone say 3/4, and you would be right. Now guys, the 3/4 is only on that x. We are not doing 12 to the 3/4. We're not breaking the 12 up.
Wait, why would...
Are you okay? Okay, again, if you're bad at fractions, use your calculator. All right, don't get it wrong. Let's make sure we get it right if you have a calculator. Okay? All right.
Sorry.
Number 9. What do you do when we're dropping in?
Multiply each part by 9.
Okay, well you're going to multiply, but this is technically a negative 9 over 1. All right, so you're still just multiplying. Okay? So if I'm looking at this, we're taking 2/3 times negative 9 over 1. Again, you can use a calculator if you're really bad. But you can also cross cancel, and what would we end up with there? Not 5, you're multiplying now. Negative 6. So we have y to the negative 6. Yes, sir? Oh, okay. All right, is everybody okay with that? So we're dropping, we're multiplying, right? Now, can we have a negative exponent?
No.
There you go, Ellie. Ellie just said we should put 1 over y to the 6 because we can't have a negative exponent. So if you end up with a negative, push it to the other side. Same rules. Okay, I'm not teaching you anything new today. Same rules. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So now you're going to drop that 6 into both parts, right? Okay, so off to the side here, some scratch work. 2/3 times 6 over 1, or 6. Again, cross cancel. So what is 2 times 2? 4. So I have a to the 4th. Now we're going to take 1/2 times 6. Well, what's half of 6? 3. And it's going to be negative 3 in this case, right? Okay, now what do you do with that negative? Good, so move it down, right? So it's going to be a to the 4th, b to the 3rd on the bottom. How are we doing? Are we doing okay? Anybody have a question for me?
How did we get the 15?
When we multiply, we drop 1/2, half of 6 is negative 3. And then the negative has to go down to the bottom. Okay? All right, last problem, or last thing we're going to look at. All right.
Is it 8 and 4 over?
Yeah, it's a to the 4th over b to the 3rd. Okay? All right, so now, looking at this, what are you going to do with the fractions on this guy? Not divide the fraction.
Subtract.
Oh, so no.
Yeah, sorry, these guys, let me clarify. We don't multiply, we subtract. So 1/2 minus 1/3. Okay? So yeah, I'm hearing some people kind of saying 3 and 2, so common denominator would be 6. So you have 3/6 minus 2/6. What do you get there?
1/6.
1/6. Okay. So I have y to the 1/6. Now, what do you do with that 12 and 4 out front?
Divide them.
And get, so 3y to the 1/6, and that's going to be your answer. Okay, there's no negatives, so we don't have to worry about any of that. All right, last problem. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the front number this time. So 7 and negative 49.
Negative 7.
Not negative 7.
Positive 7.
No. We put 7, which is negative 7, or is it 1 7?
1 7.
Okay, yeah. So 1 and negative 7 on the bottom, right? It's a fraction. We're reducing our fraction. Okay, now we subtract. 2/3 minus 7/9. What's my common denominator here?
9.
Good, so multiply this side by 3. So 6/9 minus 7/9. What do we get there? Negative 1/9. Okay? So right now, this is saying y to the negative 1/9. Can we have that?
No.
So where does that y really need to go?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. Guys, if it's a negative, it's pretty much gonna go on the bottom. Okay? So we end up with 1 over negative 7, and the y turns positive when we push it to the bottom. So this is your answer.
We don't put one.
No. The exponents here are still positive 1. You don't touch those. Only touch the exponents. Okay? All right. Guys, here is your homework for tonight. Okay? It follows your note almost exactly.